So this is a video just looking over the props we decided to use in Love Lola. So the first one is a newspaper which I edited, so I just found an old copy of the Times and I added the title "Man Dead and Shooting Outside Local Bar." I thought it would be quite a good idea for the scene where Simon meets Lola for the first time, for him to be holding this newspaper, and if we could have a close-up of it, so that you link the previous scene where Charlie kills a random man to the next scene, so you know it's happened afterwards. This is after the event and what's to come. I also thought it was quite a nice idea, as you've got also the major story about the murder in South Africa by the Paralympian. So I thought you've got the theme of murder going across the front page, which you could analyse as sort of a definite warning to him that something dangerous is going to happen, and also foreshadowing the future events in the film of more murders that could come. I also thought it was quite a nice idea to have, so you've got a man dead and also a woman dead, so you've got the universal idea that it can happen to anyone can be affected, and then you could link that to Lola, anyone can be affected by her malicious ways. I thought as well, using this storyline, it would make the film look current and realistic, as you've got a true story on the front page, and it would fit well with just a neo-noir in general. I thought I came up with this idea looking at LA Confidential. There's a scene where it cuts from a fight in the jail where the police are fighting against the prisoners, and the publicity are there, so they take a picture of the fight, it becomes a screenshot on the page, and then it cuts, the flash then is the cut to the next scene, and it fades in from the newspaper article out to the scene where the three men are talking to Bud and Ed. I thought it was quite clever to use as a transition. That's the sort of idea I had in my mind when we were thinking of props we could use, and I thought it was quite an effective, unique way of editing to cut from that sort of scene to the next using that sort of technique, using a prop in between. It's quite a nice way of telling the story and mediating as well, the idea of including the media, especially in LA Confidential, as the whole Hollywood idea behind it, publicising lies to the general public is a main theme in that film as well. So as well as that, I went to the local fancy dress shop and bought some 95p fake cigarettes, which I thought we could use, as it's such a big code and conventional film noirs. We had to make sure we had them in the film, even if they were just fake. It didn't matter, because from a far distance you couldn't tell that they were fake ones, and it just helped them with their acting as well and the getting into character. So looking at other films, cigarettes are in every single film I've seen really for film noirs. Looking at the idea in Brick, there's a scene where the protagonist is standing on the roadside and one of the baddies drives past in a car and chucks a cigarette out, and I thought it was quite a nice symbolism idea behind that, the idea that it's sort of a warning to him and the element of danger that he will come into if he tries to follow on with his plan of finding where the girl's gone missing. So the idea of cigarettes being a dangerous prop, symbolising, as it's such a dangerous thing to do for your health, it also symbolises danger in general and the idea of being a baddie when you smoke. So throwing it out the window, you've got the idea that he will get hurt if he goes near them. Then as well as that, we needed to find a gun which we could use, so I borrowed a fake gun that my friend had, which I used in all the fight scenes. It's just a general symbolising danger and obviously death, as it's as a weapon, and it can be used as both self-defense and also as a dangerous extra power sort of element as well. The fact that it's black, I thought was quite a nice touch to it as well, as that had the connotations of sort of death and danger as well, so I thought it fitted in quite nicely. And then if you look at LA Confidential again, it's such a common prop in that film. Every cop has one as sort of as a self-defense weapon, and also they use them for corruption as well, bad behaviour. So in this scene, Jax just dies by Dudley as he finds out the truth. So the idea of murdering innocent people as well, it's just a weapon and a dangerous thing to have. So if someone has it in their hand, you know, as analysing them, you know they're a dangerous character and they have the power in the situation. As well as that, on the first day we tried to shoot, I found on the side a broken danger sign and some danger stripping that was just fallen down, which we, in the first shooting, you can see it, we did use it, but we didn't use any of that footage, so I decided to bring it along with us on our second shooting, as it was just deserted, and put it in the background of the fight scene, the first fight scene. It's not very clear in the shots, so it wasn't really effective, didn't turn out as effective as I hoped, but it was just quite a nice idea to have, I think, a sort of a symbolism of a warning for both Charlie, the murderer, and also the victim, obviously, as he's about to die. I thought it would just be a quite nice symbolism to have in there. And I thought, again, this is sort of reflected in LA Confidential. They sort of subverted the idea. So when they show their policeman badge, you're meant to, it has the iconography of being a safety thing. You know they're good, you know they're going to help you. But in fact they've subverted that idea as they've shown them as being corrupt. You've got the idea when they show that police badge, are they actually there to help you, or have they got a hidden identity? Are they in fact a dangerous character that you shouldn't be around and it's just a disguise? So just the ideas of sort of warnings and symbolism, I thought it was quite a nice idea to use that sort of thing in our film. And then as well as that, we found a box. It was just a red box with a red ribbon around it, which we could use in the dating montage bit in our film when Simon gives Lola a present. I thought that it was just a nice touch that it was red, so you could got that prominent colour in the theme of Femme Fatale's character throughout the film, and I thought having it here again in the colour of red just emphasises the idea that she is dangerous to him and to the audience. Sort of again another warning that she shouldn't be around him. He's going to affect his life. And then the final prop, we used makeup to create a cut on Lola's hand. We did some testing before we actually did it on the day, and it worked quite effective actually and looked like a real cut. So this is just an image of the practicing makeup we did, and it actually turned out to look quite effective. It just adds to the idea that she's hiding her true identity, and the red blood is also again emphasising the theme of red within her character, and the idea she's dangerous, and also it symbolises sort of weakness as well, the idea that Simon's weak and losing his power over her.